Hello everybody and welcome to Vlogmas of 2023 with me, Anna. You can find me and my shop on annanita.com, and as every year I am doing Vlogmas. So this video is kind of an introduction to Vlogmas. I will explain you how it goes this year, when the videos will go online and what you can expect from this Vlogmas, because there are many Vlogmases out there and maybe this helps you to decide if you want to watch this one or not. First of all, today is not December 1st. Today is November 30th. Yeah, it's Thursday. Tomorrow is the official start of Vlogmas. But I wanted to give you a little introduction and show you all of my Advent projects and what I'm going to do. So I don't have to say this in every episode. So this episode covers everything. And oh my gosh, behind the camera is our balcony and there are so many birds on the hunt for food. Okay, that's why I'm here and there a little bit distracted. In this video you will see a few of the things I did yesterday and today, so I could do the post-production and upload it today for you, today on Friday. And the next days I will always film the whole day, so that means you see this video on December 1st, and on December 2nd you will see everything I did on December 1st. On December 3rd you will see everything I did on December 2nd. You get the idea? So that makes it easier for me to film the whole day until the late evening and not hurrying through the post-production at 11 p.m. and hurrying to upload it. I hope this will make Vlogmas a little bit easier for you and me, and you have every day something to watch. I am planning to upload a video every day. Fingers crossed, I hope this works. Sometimes, probably, I don't know, you can get sick or something could happen and then we miss a day, but usually it works very well. I won't upload the videos I had to, so I won't upload videos on Monday for you, because that makes it the post-production day of Sunday. That means there's one day you have to wait, but on the next day you will have 2 videos, okay? Because I don't work on Sundays. That leads me to the next thing I have to disclaim. I am a Catholic. My husband and I are celebrating Advent and Christmas as Christians. That means throughout these videos you will see Catholic or Christian traditions. You will see my prayer space, or you will see us going to church. I will talk about my faith and so on. If that's nothing for you, you know beforehand, I warned you. And for all the other among you who enjoy it, you're welcome. Because I can't cut this out of my life during Advent and Christmas, because come on, that's what Advent is about. We can ignore it, we can try to put it aside and only celebrate Christmas and Advent for, yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know why other people celebrate it. We can try it and only consume things and listen to worldly music and eating cookies, but in my opinion that is a very sad Advent and a sad Christmas. So this Vlogmas is a Catholic Vlogmas, so you are warned. If you want to have this Vlogmas a little bit more interactive, please use the description box, the comment section down below. Ask questions or react to the content, so I can react to your comments on the next video, because I would prefer it to be our Vlogmas, not my Vlogmas. So please don't be shy and come into the comment section down below. And if you ask questions, I will answer them. I will show you, I guess, every day, or you will see me knitting on my Advent projects every day. So I want to tell you now what my Advent projects are, so I don't have to say all the details in the next 24 videos. The first Advent project I have already started. It's a Christmas pillow cover. And this pillow, it's my pattern. You can get it on everywhere. Ravelry and my website and Etsy. All the links are down below. But this pillow cover is made out of 50 mitered squares out of Christmas yarns. I know that it would be too much for me to knit 2 squares every day, starting on December 1st, to finish it by Christmas. That's why I decided to start in the beginning of November, to knit a square every day. And I will continue with it throughout Advent, so I have a little bit more than 20 squares left to knit during December. Then I have to knit a border, attach the buttons, sew it together and all these things, so I can really finish it within Advent and use it for Christmas. The pattern I told you already, it's the scrappy pillow cover. It's my pattern on my website and on Etsy and on Ravelry. I'm using Christmas yarns, all from the same company. What a great start into Vlogmas. My batteries just shut down, so I swapped out the camera. Now we are using my phone, and I hope this works well as well, because I filmed a whole podcast episode yesterday and I didn't charge the batteries yesterday evening. I was going to say that I use for my Christmas pillow cover the Buttinet Christmas yarns. They come out with a new collection every year of 3 different colorways, and I collected them over the last 3 or 4 years, I would say. I knit Tommy's advent calendar out of it, you see in this video, and yeah, so these are the yarns. They are not available in every country, so it's buttinet.de, buttinet.it, buttinet.at for every country, but it's not available, so they don't ship to the US, for example. I'm very sorry. But you can use your Christmas yarns you have accumulated over the years, maybe. So, this is my one Advent project. And I'm enjoying it very much. I'm weaving in my ends after every square. I weave in the ends. I looked up different ways to knit in the ends and as I go and so on, but I don't trust these methods. I don't trust them. I'm using 2.5 millimeter needles. I think it's 8 inch, 20 centimeter DP ends. I bought in the beginning of the year these pretty needles because I wanted to have special needles for this project, but they are 5 centimeters longer, and yeah, they are too long for my taste. I always, it's disturbing me. I know the signature needles had shorter ones, I think 20 centimeters, but they are out of business, aren't they? And they were crazy expensive, so I didn't buy these. I prefer wooden needles anyways, but I thought a pretty set of needles would be nice, but that is also good. The second Advent project is my main Advent project, because some viewers asked me, or I asked my reviewers in the Telegram group what they would like to see in my Vlogmas, and one and I think a few others said it would be so nice to see your Advent projects you knit out of your yarn Advent calendar. I didn't buy a yarn Advent calendar, but I had many Opal minis in my stash, not leftover but real minis, and I think 30 or a little bit more. I put them in a bag a month or 2 months ago, gave them my husband, and he filled my Advent calendar with these minis. He picked out 24, so I don't know which one I will get. And I will knit the Fiddly Bits cowl. It's a tube. I started it already because I will explain in a second. So you'd simply knit a tube of a quite small circumference. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I think I cast on 90 stitches or so with a provisional cast on. And then I knit 3 rounds in one colorway and 3 rounds in another colorway. I started it because only to see how I like the method. So first of all, I don't do provisional cast-ons usually. So I wanted to take the time for it and really understand what I'm doing. Then I had to figure out which needles I wanted to use. As I told you, I prefer wooden needles, so I bought Lantern Moon needles because someone suggested me their cords, and their cords are amazing, but I had problems with the joints. So then I used longer DPNs, I didn't like that. And now I'm using Chaogu circulars. Those are the shorter ones. What is it? 4 inches, I think. And 40 centimeter circumference, I think. 40. Yeah. So I still have to get used to these short needles, but we will see how it goes. Maybe after knitting, so after I have a little bit fabric created, I try the Lantern Moons again. Probably I just was knitting too tight. The first rounds I am in Magic Loop are often very tight, so I will give it a try. But now everything is set up. I knit, I think, 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, 8 rows, rounds. And I will cut the yarn and wait for, I will cut 1 yarn and I will wait for December 1st, which is today for you, because you see this video on Friday. Then I will get out 1 mini out of my advent calendar and I will alternate it with one of these balls. I had to start it because otherwise I would have had to wait until December 2nd because I need 2 balls. I don't want to knit one color up because that way you have these blocks of stripings. I prefer to have a more scrappy look. It looks more cohesive that way, in my opinion. Yeah, so on December 1st, I will knit as much, and I will knit until I only have half of the first mini of the advent calendar left, then I will stop. And then I will, on December 2nd, use the second ball and use up the first ball. And then I will have half a ball left on December 2nd, and it will go on like that. That means all in all, I will knit 10 grams every day. I hope so. And this is my very first true advent project like this, like knitting something from my advent calendar every day in a specific project, only for this advent calendar. It's the first year and I'm very excited about it. I dreamed about it. I planned a lot. I went through many patterns and ideas and then I came up with this and I'm very happy with it. And I will knit other things during December as well, my normal projects, and you will see me knitting those as well. And I plan to do a popcorn garland out of chunky yarn, and I bought the cranberries wooden beads already for it. I'm only waiting for the yarn. That will be so much fun, and I think it might be very pretty on the Christmas tree. I have 2 other advent calendars. They are not, so the first one I don't have here now, but you will see me opening it tomorrow. Karina, I always say Karina because I say it English, but her name is pronounced Karina. My friend from Austria gifted me an advent calendar book with a sock knitting pattern for every day. And the funny thing is, I saw it weeks ago on Amazon and I held myself back. I really wanted to buy it, but I said to myself, no, Anna, you end up with so many advent calendars every year and it's too much. You don't buy this book, you don't need this book. But I wanted to have it so badly. And she gifted me this. I didn't tell her that I would like to have it. And the other advent calendar is a book. It's The Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, divided in 24 chapters. And I read a chapter every day. I do this every year because I love this story so much. And on Christmas Eve or Little Christmas Eve, I will watch the movie then. Other than knitting and crocheting, you will see me being a homemaker because my first priority is being a homemaker and my second priority is being a yarn dyer and pattern designer. That means you see me baking bread, cooking our meals, running errands, tidying the flat, and everything a homemaker does usually during Advent. I will take you with me to Christmas markets and to church and family gatherings, and I will share my Christmas traditions with you. German Christmas celebrations are very festive and rich in tradition, and I want to share these German traditions with you, but through the lens of a Catholic. Yeah, and if you have questions, as I told you, if you have questions or if you want me to talk about something specific, Advent and Christmas related, please don't be shy. Ask me in the comment section and I will answer all these things. And now, yeah, I will show you some snippets of my day today and yesterday. And now, now I'm wishing you a lovely Vlogmas, a blessed Advent season, and pleasant anticipation for Christmas. Bye bye. Good morning. I like to run my errands weekly, and usually I do this very early in the morning because it's much more calm and not so many people are there. And I enjoyed a lovely walk in this beautiful wintry scene this morning with Benny. And afterwards I had finally the time to have my breakfast. I had my first cup of coffee already with Tommy together before I dropped him off at the train station. But my real breakfast usually happens a little bit later, so I can enjoy it without having appointments in my neck, as we say in German. And usually during my breakfast I do my first knitting of the day. And here you see me adding a square to my Christmas pillowcase. This is one of my Advent projects, but since this pillowcase needs 50 mitered squares, I started this in the beginning of November already. But I found out that, I don't know when, but the Advent season started on November 11th. So that's great. So for the Catholics, I'm sorry, because we celebrate Saint Martin on November 11th. And as you see where I am, you will find Benny. He will annoy me until I get him up on my chair, and he sometimes lays behind my back, but usually this isn't enough for him. He wants to lay on my lap and fall asleep, although he thinks he has to, I don't know, be the watchdog or something. He don't want to miss anything. I only had a pumpkin soup for lunch. It was very delicious, but that means I can have a special cake now with my second or third coffee of the day. I drink decaf, no worries. This is called Victoria, where I come from. This cake has many different names in German. You can call it Kringel, Fettkringel, Spritzgebäck. But where I come from in northern Germany, we call it Victoria. And that is a cake I loved as a child. And sometimes when I was a good girl, my mom picked one up for me when we went grocery shopping. And I picked up this tradition again for myself. I really don't like grocery shopping. Sorry for mispronunciation. But with a treat, it's half as bad. Yeah, now is the time to fill Tommy's advent calendar. In 2020 I knit him 24 socks out of the same yarn you saw me knitting into my Christmas pillow cover. And now I can use it every year. I fill it every year. I use these cloth pins, I think that's the word. They are numbered. And afterwards I will put the filled socks with these cloth pins on our garland on the stairs. And yeah, I know usually advent calendars are something for children, but I love to make Tommy his advent calendar. And you see me numbering and cutting the Bible quotes I took from the daily scriptures. In the Catholic Church we have daily scriptures everyone reads every day around the world. And I took a phrase or two out of the daily scriptures. Sometimes it's a psalm, sometimes it's a letter from St. Paul, St. Peter, or it's a book from the Old Testament. Usually Isaiah, because that is what we mainly read during the liturgical season of Advent. And not only a Bible quote is in the sock every day, but also a treat, chocolate treat. Yeah, and here you see the garland. I'm very content with it, and it's so pretty, and it's a nice decoration even after the 24th. So the socks look just very pretty, and I keep them up until I put away all the Christmas decorations. And now I'm making Tex-Mex with quinoa. I don't know if you say that in English as well, but it has no meat. We don't eat meat during the weekdays. Only on weekends, so we can afford better quality meat. And I love to use my slow cooker, as you see here. This is an easy way to have a fresh meal every day or every second day without putting too much time into it. And now I make a pumpkin bread. I cooked the pumpkin already the day before, and now I prepare the dough. Christian homemakers bless their bread while baking it. And here you see IHS. These are the first 3 Greek letters of the name of Jesus. Many people think it's an abbreviation for something, but it is the short form of the name Jesus in Greek. And now I cross off all the tasks I have finished in my bullet journal. I always try to keep track in this bullet journal, and I love this method very much. And now, at the end of the day, I prepare the next day and write down everything I want to do on the next day, and look up what I haven't done from my task list from today and shift it to the next day. And now there's only to say good night, and I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Vlogmas. Bye bye.